What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast, brought to you by TVCaptive.com for Big Brother 16. I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have my co-hosts, Erika.
Hi.
And Luke.
Hi.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, exhilarating.
Exhilarating. You guys excited for the season?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Very excited.
After the clusterfuck that was Big Brother Canada, yes, I am ready.
So, you two are huge Big Brother fans, right?
Super.
Yes.
I must admit, I'm more of a casual fan. Erika here, you watch everything Big Brother Canada, all these other ones?
Well, I watch Big Brother Canada, Australia sometimes, and all 16 seasons of Big Brother US now.
Wow, that's impressive. Luke, how much have you caught?
I started watching Big Brother on its 13th season, where Rachel Riley was crowned the winner of Big Brother 13, but I have also caught bits and pieces of past shows and the most recent 2 seasons of Big Brother Canada.
Nice,
Yay.
nice. I have not seen any outside of the US, and let's see. I saw Big Brother 1 in its entirety. I did not watch again until Big Brother 8, which was when Evil Dick Donato
Yes.
and
Yes.
my future ex-girlfriend Danielle Donato was on the episode. I didn't watch again until the season that they both came back on,
Yes.
which was what,
Unfortunately,
14?
actually, there is a little bit of an expect the unexpected, Dom, with your future ex-girlfriend.
Really?
I don't know if I should be spilling this live,
Go
but
for it.
we are super Big Brother fans. Danielle is now married to Dominic of Big Brother 13.
Yes. Danielle married Dom. Just not
Danielle married
that
Dom,
one.
I think, about
Wrong
a year
Dom.
ago. And, good luck to them. You know what I think, even though we didn't see much of their showmance on Big Brother 13, I still think they were kind of meant for each other. I mean, Danielle seemed like a sweet girl, and Dominic seemed like the perfect man for her. I think we are due for another early showmance earlier in the game than I expected between Paula and Cody.
She seems infatuated with him.
Yeah, but you know something? I can kind of tell that she is kind of a man burglar if you could really see it in her eyes.
She talked a big game of how she's not gonna fall in love and how she's gonna play, and
Yeah, I mean, but-
she's going down the toilet real fast.
yeah. And you know something? My personal opinion about Frankie winning first HOH, I think it's making him he seems a little bit too cocky and a little bit too, I don't know, because he's the brother of a singer celebrity and she's a great singer, but come on now. I mean, you're just a little too, I don't know. There's just something about him that doesn't rub me the right way. He seems like a nice guy, but I personally don't know. I would have liked to have seen Amber win. Because now there is the first ever alliance. It's the All Quattro, All Girls Alliance.
Right.
Well, the first thing I was thinking when we was going into this, and I saw the 8 people on the stage, I was like, well, at least we're not going to have another first 5. Because that was kind of...
Yeah.
I love the first 5 from Big Brother Canada, but when they threw in that twist to kick out Kenny, the leader, and then they voted out the second one, it completely killed the show, and I stopped watching like 3 weeks later.
You know something? I wanted to get more into the season of Big Brother Canada because if you kind of noticed, first of all, there's a couple of things I'd like to point out, especially, Eric, did you notice that outside the house, the exterior of the Big Brother house, it's the same as it was last year? I think they're kind of keeping the set the way it was, except for the interior of the Big Brother house.
Right.
Yeah.
This interior they went with what, urban jungle kind of theme?
No,
It's
modern,
treehouse.
modern treehouse themed.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. So based off these 8, if you had to pick one of them, who do you think is gonna win?
Yeah.
this is a tough one because this is a premiere night. So,
Right.
in all honesty, hell hasn't broken loose yet in this house. Normally, hell breaks loose and everybody starts backstabbing. Like, this is my personal opinion, but right after the first nomination ceremony, all hell breaks loose in the house, and everybody's trying to stay afloat. And now it gets even bigger. Now, this is a twist I'm not really quite understanding yet. Maybe I could ask your opinions on this. The first HOH is not safe. Like, what does that mean when said tonight, when Julie Chen said, there will only be one more house guest standing? No. There will only be one house guest remain standing. Does that mean there's going to be an eviction?
No, the second group of 8 that hasn't come in yet, they're gonna have their own head of household competition, and they're gonna have a head of household, and then it's somehow like either a competition or something. One of those 2 head of households is gonna be knocked off, and so they will be able to be evicted, and the other head of household won't. So there'll only be one remaining.
But
okay, so Frankie could easily get kicked off the chopping block and be just like everybody else.
But here's the thing: do we know this for sure? Do we know that? What if they go up as a 3rd nominee?
It's possible.
There could be a possibility, but I don't think there's an MVP twist like last year.
Well, they said that they're not safe, right?
Right.
So that means that they could get evicted, which leads me to believe that they're not going to get knocked off of the bump, to like get off the thing and just go down to being a regular house member again. It makes me think that they're going to be another nominee on the block. So I'm thinking whoever wins the head of household battle is going to become the head of household. The other person is going to go up as an automatic nominee, and then that person still gets to pick 2 nominees. I think there's going to be 3 nominees this year.
That's possible.
That is possible because the twist that Julie did not mention in full name tonight is the Battle of the Block twist, and that's what's going to twist the whole game this season, I think.
Right.
But here's the thing: the MVP twist from Big Brother 15 that was only temporary. So now I'm wondering. Now this is my opinion: could this 2 HOH competition be temporary as well, or do you think it could go on all season until the finale?
It won't go on. I wouldn't expect it to go on past this week.
Neither do I. You know something?
Once the 2 8 teams merge, then yeah.
I'm reading right here, and it says that Julie announced on the talk that there will be 2 head of households and 4 nominees each week.
Oh, so this year is going to be a real big twist. And you know what? Right now, you could even see we haven't had a nomination ceremony yet, but I'm starting to notice that part of my language on here. But you could see tonight, every house guest in their face had that oh shit look. Like, like we are going down now.
Yeah.
Like, usually, if I were a house guest, I would start panicking the minute Julie Chen mentions expect the unexpected, because that's when you know that here it comes. This is it.
Indeed. So, getting back to my original question, if you had to pick one person from the 8 to win, who do you think it's going to be?
From the first 8 you're talking about, right?
From the first 8. That would be Amber, Cody, Devin, Donnie, Frankie, Joey, Nicole, Paula, and that's it, Paula.
In all honesty, are you saying who do we predict is going to win, or who do we want to win?
Either? Both?
Personally, I would want to see a female win this year. We haven't seen a female win in the last 2 years now, so if it has to be a female, I would be hoping that it would be Nicole, because so far Nicole seems very easygoing. She seems very sensitive. I think she knows her gameplay, and she's not making herself a big target. Like, she's not up in everybody's face like others are. But if I have to see a male win, I would have to say Devin.
I think she's being a little naive as well.
Yes.
That's what I personally think.
Because El Cuatro, she's like, what does that mean?
Yeah, you know something? She's not fully fully developed in the mindset of the game yet, because remember, this is only premiere night, the first half of premiere night. So we have another HOH competition, we have another twist coming, and there's still more to expect the unexpected. So, like as former Big Brother house guest and Big Brother 13 winner Rachel would say, all floaters grab a life vest. Or pretty soon we'll be hearing, who wants to see my HOH room?
Didn't Frankie already kind of hint at that? He doesn't even know if he has that HOH room yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, I overheard him kind of say tonight, I may as well just pack my bag now, because now I don't feel safe. I mean, yeah, it's great that I won, but I'm not safe. I mean, what does that mean? And Julie Chen is like leaving them in suspense, which that's part of Big Brother. You're in suspense throughout the whole season. You're living in total confinement, and you have to expect the unexpected. Right. You have to have a good mindset for this game.
Now, I know up until this point, the live feeds had not started. I don't know if they're in effect now.
They should start tomorrow.
Okay. As far as I'm aware, they've been in the house. This today is the 5th day. That's what I've heard.
Right, because you're doing the access online on CBS.com, right, where you could...
I'm personally not watching the live feeds, but I just mean in general.
One, I would like to see, now this is something I would like to do, but I have to buy the channel for it. I want to see Big Brother After Dark. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I want to see at least a full episode, what it's supposed to be, how long does it run. I know it's raw and uncensored, or it's like, yeah.
It's not like that anymore. Last year they moved it on the TV Guide network instead of Showtime, and now it's heavily edited. It's heavily edited, and it's like, what, 2 hours long now or something.
Mm.
But there's raw. We get a raw footage look in the Big Brother house unedited.
Well, it's still edited though. That's the point.
It's censored and stuff like that now. It wasn't 2 years ago. Once
they pulled it on the cable from a Premiere network, then they started censoring it.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, something, you got to censor certain things you hear on TV. I mean, personally, I think that it's a good thing they do have a couple of censors this year. And something? They also have that warning at the beginning.
Yeah, after last year, what happened with Aaron and all that.
Aaron, if I were in that house, I wouldn't care if I would become a target or not for saying this, but I would put Aaron in her place. That was not right what she said or what she did. I don't care if it was the game that got to her or anything. You have to watch what you say in this game. I'm surprised she wasn't expelled for saying half of this stuff, or even turning over Candace's bed.
Well, she did no physical harm to Candace, so she didn't destroy any of the items. If you want to go talking about destroying stuff, I know in Big Brother 8, Jen had destroyed all of Evil Dick's cigarettes.
Yes, and remember, if you damage Big Brother property, you're basically out of the game. You're expelled. I mean,
they kept her in for whatever reason. Kept her in, and they replaced all his cigarettes. So
exactly. I mean, look at Willie. He was expelled for violence, and Shima was expelled for not following the rules. Or
Shima threw her mic in the water
and threw her microphone in the hot tub, which is, as executive producer Allison Grodner says, that's a piece of production equipment, and which you all are very much aware is a big violation in this game.
Right.
I'm sorry if I'm hogging up everything. I'm just a super fan, and I like to get it all out.
No, by all means.
But I want to give you guys a chance to speak your opinions. I like to hear some, too.
I think if I had to pick one person to win, out of the 8, I'm going to go with Donnie.
That's who I was going to say is Donnie, because he just fits the profile of that Midlander that's not too strong to get kicked off first, not too weak to get picked off, at the end. It's somebody you want to take to the end with you because you think you can beat them, and they end up beating you.
Right.
Yeah, because on finale night, Julie Chen says this, your choice of your eviction could cost you the $500,000 grand prize. You have to choose, can you beat the next person to sit on the block with you while the jury is making their final votes to who is to win the $500,000 grand prize.
Right. I mean, he reminds me, what was the guy's name? The guy, Spencer, with the beard and everything last season. That's exactly who he reminds me of.
Yeah, something? He's the next. Here's what I have to say. One of the house guests who is in the second half of the 8 that are coming in, she is like the next Howard, Jocasta.
Mm-hmm.
She's like I predict her. Well, not predict, but she's the next Howard, and I think Donnie I would label as the next Spencer. Not the next Adam, though. Even though Adam had a beard, he was wild. These two, Adam was wild. I liked Adam, but he was wild. There's no comparison between the personalities. I loved Adam, but
Yeah.
his personality is way different from Spencer and from Donnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam got arrested and is in jail now. So
Oof.
Adam's in jail.
I think, right? Like,
Oh, no. You're thinking of Big Brother Till Death Do You Part winner.
yeah.
Yeah, Adam was in jail. Yeah, Adam Pock from Big Brother 13.
Oh, the other one, yeah.
Yeah,
Now I know you're talking about.
yeah. I mean, personally, I'd like to ask both of your opinion. What was your opinion on the first HOH competition? Are you happy of the fact? Who did you want to see win this competition? I wanted to personally see Amber win because I agree with the girls. I wanted to see a girl win.
This first competition here was a rehash of last year's Bowl in a China Shop, right?
Yes.
And
Well, they do this competition, this exact one, many
an
times in a year.
yeah,
It's an competition.
I think they need to come up with some new material, get some new challenges. Like I'm a little sick of the same stuff.
Yeah, you know something. You know what? One thing they didn't do last year, and I don't think we're going to be due for one this year. I'll be really surprised if we are. There was no Pandora's Box twist.
Yes, so I'm hoping we do see Pandora's Box this year.
So am I. I think, you know what, the new twist, they seem to come up with great twists every year. So far I'm liking this new twist, the Battle of the Block, maybe the temporary 2 HOH competition, but I like to see what unfolds in this game. And you know what, that makes me even more looking forward to watching the second half of the second night of the premiere of the next 8 people that are coming into the game. So I think we're in for a really big summer. You know, I could see, so far though, I like this year's cast because so far, even though it's premiere night, there's no controversy. There's been no negative feedback. So we're basically, hopefully we're looking at a better season this year than we were last year. I mean, hopefully there's no other McCranda that's going to rule.
Oh, yeah.
I did not
That
like,
was-
I did not like, well, I didn't like Amanda because I think she was very insulting. She was very rude. I mean, especially the way she treated Alyssa. Now, I would have loved to have seen Rachel tear her apart, the way she was making fun of her sister. I mean,
Yeah.
Alyssa did not deserve that when she was HOH. Big deal. So Helen was out of the house, and, you know, Alyssa was alone with no alliance, but she was a fighter, and her sister would give her the great confidence that she needs. You know what? You're talking to the sister of a Big Brother legend, Amanda, so you better watch her back.
I'm not the biggest Rachel fan, but I liked Alyssa.
You know something? Alyssa was cool. Rachel's matured a lot, though, since Big Brother, so I have nothing against Rachel anymore. I think her and Brendan, they made it to the final end in The Amazing Race this past season, so, you know something? I give Rachel so much credit for being a very big competitor in games. She pulled through. She wasn't mean to anybody. She wasn't a crybaby. I give her a lot of the game moves and stuff. She was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like that she won Big Brother at first because, you know, during that time she was, you know, like, oh, no one gets between me and my man and stuff like that. And I'm like, big deal. You're not the only one with a loving husband. Now, come on.
Right.
But ever since then, after seeing her with her sister and after seeing her, you know, on The Amazing Race, I think she's matured a lot, and I admire that about her. I have nothing against Rachel Riley anymore, so you know what? I wish her and Brendan the best of luck. I hope they have a good family together. I hope they make it this far. I hope it goes a long way for them because I think they are a good couple. And here's something else. I have to point this out here. Who wants to predict that when Jeff Schroeder has his outside interview outside the Big Brother house with Julie Chen, who wants to make not a bet, but who wants to predict that he's going to say Jordan and I are either officially married or we are engaged?
I could see
I
that.
don't know.
I could see that.
It's like they ask him all the time. They're like, yeah, maybe sometime in the future. Who knows? Yeah. So
I don't know
who
what's
knows?
holding him off. I mean, they're not getting any younger. I mean, come on, Jeff is in his mid-30s. Jordan's in her late 20s like we are. I mean,
They could have also signed a contract with CBS. It's like they'll announce it during their show and not beforehand. So that might be why his answer's
hope
always
so.
been
Because Jordan even hinted last year, all he has to do now is put a ring on this finger.
Yep.
I could see why the girls are eager to get married. They've been together since Big Brother 11, their first season together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if we are going to have an appearance with either of the past winners like Andy or Rachel, Ian. I'm wondering if we're going to see them at some point this season.
I'm sure we'll get some interviews or something with them, but I don't know if they'll actually be back in the house.
Who?
Andy's already been there.
Right.
Not in the house, but talking with people. Was it Jeff works for CBS now? He has for years now.
Yeah, I mean he and Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and Jordan are working in California.
What I wish they would do. I don't see it happening. I wish they would do is Big Brother Sideshow.
I would like
that was an awesome thing for Big Brother Canada. Right after the eviction, every week, Big Brother Sideshow. They had, they could have whoever they want, Jeff and Andy if they wanted, or whoever.
Yeah.
Just have them talking out there with Julie, talk to the evicted house guests, talk about the week. Yeah, that was a good show. I like that more than the actual show.
I wish they would do that. I would like to see that happen at some point this season. You know what? That would be great. I would love to see that. I wish they would add that to the twist of this season.
I would like the Jury House to get its own spin-off. Like,
how do you mean?
Like just a show based on the Jury House when they all get voted off and they're sitting in the Jury House. When this show starts getting toward the end, whatever, and there's very few people in the house, it starts to get boring, whatever.
Right.
But the Jury House is packed with people at that point. Like,
exactly. And you know what? Jury House is not cut off from the outside world. I mean, the only thing they are cut off from is the internet and TV, but they could actually go outside. Not that you can't go outside, but they could actually go out through the front door in the Jury House. They're not completely living in confinement.
Right. So.
Any other thoughts?
I'm just curious how the 4 nominees are going to work. I'm assuming the 2 head of households are going to pick 2 each, but I don't know if it's just the way that Julie worded that you may not be safe. I don't know if they could pick each other.
I'm confused. I'm really this is where I wanted to ask you guys because I'm really confused. I don't get this twist. I mean,
what might end up happening, and this is just speculation, is say you have the 2 head of households, each nominates 2 people, then they have their competition. The person who remains head of household, their nominees stick. Then they have the power of veto. Then, seems like it would just be one more step in between in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something, and now we still have the power of veto competition. We have the have not competition, and America's going to be doing the America voting, which I'm going to be participating in because
that's going to be interesting.
Yes, I mean, I did you guys participate in the Big Brother MVP twist last year? I did.
No, I haven't done anything with their online stuff since Big Brother 8, which was the first time they ever tried anything like this, and they had America's Player. And
I like that.
That was really cool. He had like secret objectives that he was working for bonus money, and if he was able to complete these objectives without revealing himself as America's Player, then he'd get bonus money, and he did this like all the way up to the end until like the last like 5 people. I think he was like the 5th or the 4th from the last voted out of the house, something like that.
That's what I say too. Something. You know who I would like to see make a little bit of an appearance like he did last year? Dan Giesling.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be nice to see Dan. He appeared last year. I'd like to hear Dan's opinion on the twist.
Didn't he appear the year before, too?
No, he was on Big Brother 14 as part of the coaching twist.
Yeah.
Then when they changed, but then when the coaching twist was over, he became an ordinary house guest again, competing. And I give Dan the credit because he made it to the final 2. Now it would be, I would have been like, he would have made Big Brother history if he won Big Brother again. I mean, that's my opinion. I'm happy Ian won, but that would be some shocker if Dan won again because he would win Big Brother twice in a row.
Ian was a pleasant surprise. I liked the fact that Ian won.
So am I. You know what? I liked Ian. I thought he was cool. You know what? It's always been like he said in his season, it's always been my dream to be on Big Brother. And look where he is now. It became the night of his dream come true. He won the $500,000. He was the winner.
Right. Yep. What do you guys think the second competition? Are they gonna are they gonna do the same competition, or is this gonna be another style competition? Do you think they're gonna have to run on the hamster wheel thing again, or?
I'd rather see them do another endurance competition, such as holding on for dear life when you're leaning on the rails and stuff like that, or something like that. I mean, I don't mind the endurance competitions, but I would like to see something. I think the second group does deserve a different competition. I mean, don't you think it would be kind of boring to see the same thing again?
Right, but also at the same time, that's not completely fair if
Right.
everybody's not doing the same thing. So
Yeah, it's not fair.
Well, that's like the whole point of Big Brother. It's
right,
not fair.
yeah, no, I know. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's gonna be a mental challenge, not even a physical challenge.
That's what I'm hoping. I'd like to see something else change. I mean,
It would be funny if they had to answer questions about the other 8 people, never having met them or seen them before.
yeah, you know something
Well,
that
they're gonna meet them because they're coming in. They came in on day 2. We know this for a fact. They're currently in the house now.
Yeah.
It's just the episode hasn't aired yet.
because the premiere nights, I always thought, you know what? When I first started watching Big Brother, I always thought premiere night was live, but it's
Right.
not. It's only the live eviction and the live finale.
Well, the premiere night used to be Thursday, 2 hours long. It was live, but it was pre-recorded also. Like they would show
Parts
what
of it
happened
live.
before,
Yeah.
and they would actually show once they caught up to live. They'd actually show live house, and Julie was out front live, but
Yeah, but
tonight
now,
wasn't live at all.
I like how it's new this year. I like how they kind of changed the music and gave it a little variety, especially during the live eviction, the live voting music. I like that, but I also like the fact that Julie starts inside the house this time. I think that's a better twist that they have this year. Instead of her starting outside of the house, kind of looked a little tacky. So I like how she appears in the house, which I think is an even better twist. I think CBS has done a lot of improvement since, the first season of Big Brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Now, can I be wrong at this? For those of you who started watching, for both of you, the earliest you started watching Big Brother, in the first couple of seasons, Julie would give them only a few seconds to say goodbye, gather their belongings, and walk out the front door.
Mhm.
I could be wrong, but earlier in the season, they didn't have a time limit to leave.
I know in season 1 they didn't really.
No, they didn't.
But season 1 was so different from every
Season
other
1 was
season.
a different rule set.
Yeah, and the house was different too. All different structure, architecture. There was no upstairs. The HOH room was on one floor, or HOH suite, I should say.
Right. And yeah, but no, season 8, I remember some people getting rushed out of the house. They had I don't think it was a concrete time limit, so to speak, but Julie would kind of rush them along, like, you
like
gotta leave, you know.
Yeah, like Alyssa from last year. She would when Alyssa was evicted. I think that was during a double eviction.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa said, "Can I go get my bag?" And Spencer's like, "You only got 60 seconds." So Julie's like, "No, Alyssa, we need you to exit now. We will get your bag for you. Come on, you have to leave."
Right. So yeah.
But you know something? I think Rachel was very proud of her sister for making it that far. So
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you know something? So I could see how defeated Alyssa felt, but if I were in that house with her, I would have said, you know something? Because I know Alyssa felt defeated and she wanted to quit and just leave the house. She missed her husband. She wanted to walk out of the game. She missed her husband, her son. I would have said, you don't want to do that. You walk out of this game, you know something? Your sister would be very angry if you walked out of this competition. You got to be strong. Do this for your sister, do this for your husband, and do this for your son. Stay in this game and fight, no matter how defeated you feel.
Yeah. So tomorrow night we're getting Brittany, Caleb, Christine, Derek, Hayden, Jocasta, and Zach. And Victoria and Zach.
Right.
To enter the house. Are you guys familiar with these people at all? Have you read anything about them online?
Well,
I haven't.
I must say, let's just put it this way. I know Jocasta is a reverend, so like I said, I could see her being the next Howard, praying with people in the house who need prayer. Or I know that this guy is straight, but he could be Will Heiser of Big Brother 14's twin, Hayden. He could be Will's twin.
Right.
Even though I'm going to assume that Hayden is straight because he doesn't show all the mannerisms and other mannerisms that Will had.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
the
see
one
what
person, the one person was the girl when she was packing in the video that they showed, who was like, I'd rather just bring nothing. I'd rather just go naked. She, I think, is going to cause some trouble in the house.
So do I. You know something?
I think there's going to be some problems.
That didn't sound right. I mean,
especially
naked,
for the censors.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. I mean, what someone in their typical mind would say that she's going to make herself a target, a big time target, and I guarantee you she's going to be throwing people under the bus.
Probably. Out of the people who are in the house now, this is how we're going to end. Out of the people that are in the house right now, who do you think is going to be the first one eliminated?
That's hard to say. I have no answer personally right now. I won't know mainly until after the premiere is over, but I'd like to hear your opinions, though, please.
I think Paula, if I had to
Paula's
guess.
gonna be the
because she's just so strong and vocal. She seems like she's painting a target on her back already.
If it had to be a guy, well, okay, we mentioned a girl, but now I want to ask, if it were a male, who would you see being eliminated if it was a male?
Well, what is your pick, Erika?
Over most all the seasons, generally the first HOH is one of the first people to go.
Ooh.
And
I want to see.
There's only one person that really bucked that trend, and that was Rachel Riley.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Frankie's going to be going sooner than later.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him stay, but
yeah, but you know something. I mean,
was it Amber that was on the thing at the end with her? I don't know their names very well yet. That was Amber?
It was Amber.
So Amber threw it because she didn't want to be. So
yeah, because when you're the first HOH, that's scary because you have a full responsibility whether you're safe or not. You have to nominate. You know what? Because you're the one basically that's going to start the chaos in the house because you're going to be nominating 2 people for eviction.
Right. If I had to pick a male, I'd probably say Cody for the same reason. Like, it's obvious that him and Paula are gonna hook up at some point, and
yeah, and when you're in a showmance, that puts you in you become a big target when you're a showmance. Look at Amanda McRae.
Yep. So I don't think the girls because El Cuatro, Paula's got the girls on her side, so she's probably not going to get the vote from that. But it's difficult to say. I don't know. I could see Cody going.
Do you guys think this El Cuatro or this first 8 will hold up with the other 8 people coming in?
The Crazy Eights is not.
They're not. I mean, come on. I mean, first you say you're the Crazy Eights, and then the girls all bind together privately and form a second alliance. I mean,
and Donnie and Devin have an alliance too. The Double Ds?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Double Ds. I mean, you form these different alliances. There's going to be backstabbing. There's going to be betrayal. So you know what? That's making you a floater. If you float from one alliance to the other, to the other, to the other, you're a floater. Yep. And not all floaters make it to the end. I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
If you're a floater in this game, you're not going to make it. You can't be a floater.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't say if I would be a floater or not in the house. I'd probably take more of an active role as a leader than a floater. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see me in the house. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm in the house right now, technically, but not really.
Oh yeah. Which room is that?
This would be the living room. This is
it's pretty similar.
See the chairs? That's where that's where Frankie sat. Right.
Mm-hmm. And you know something? I give the house guests good luck, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night.
We will. Erika, do you have somewhere people could follow you? Somewhere? Twitter, Facebook, whatever?
Yeah, it's Erika Rain 7 on Twitter and pretty much everywhere else.
Yep. Luke, I know you're new to us. Do you have like a Twitter handle or something for people to follow your comments, or do you not do the Twitter thing?
I don't really know how to use Twitter. I have a Twitter account, but I don't know how to use it. So you're better off. Is Facebook an option?
If you want random people subscribing to your Facebook, sure. If not,
By all means, I like to hear others' opinions on what I have to say. I'm good at making conversation and communication, so I would like to hear what other fans have to say.
so find Luke on Facebook.
Yes, if you'd like to hear my opinions on being a Big Brother super fan and wanting to know my opinions, or I would like to hear your opinions too, please feel free to follow me. I'm on Facebook many times a day.
Yeah. How can they find you on there?
Just search for me by my email, labby245@hotmail.com.
There you go. You can follow me on Twitter. It's basically my Facebook is mirrored onto my Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM. You can find us all on Twitter on ASO TV Podcast. You can find us right here on YouTube at youtube.com/ASO TV Podcast, as well as Facebook, Gmail, and Google Plus, all /ASO TV Podcast. Till tomorrow night. We'll see you guys later.
See ya. Peace out.
Bye.